What's the worst thing you could do to raise a ghost from its grave? Well, together we're about to find out. Demons? Well, demons do exist. And ghosts? Well, ghosts are all around us. We can communicate, and they can communicate with us. So come join the journey with me, Julian Reid, and let's enter their world. About 25 years ago, a family approached me because they'd just moved into a new house, and for some reason, everything was going wrong. It was a terraced house right near the coast in South Wales, and we'll call the lady Angela, and we'll call her son John, just to keep them anonymous. Now, Angela could be batty at the best of times, and John was a very outgoing lad, very fun to be around. However, his mood started to slip as things were happening around the house, and nobody could understand why. So let's take you into this story and just explain that Angela wasn't the tidiest of mothers. The house was always in a little bit of mess. The kitchen was always dishes in the sink, and there was always some pans on the cooker. Whenever there was any electrical items used in the house, they could hear a static crackling in the background, and it was most disconcerting because it also see things vibrate on all the work surfaces. Now, John became very depressed, and as his mood changed and as it became worse, he became very much into himself, very insular. He complained about his bedroom all the time, with furniture moving. In school, he became very insular and just didn't want to know anybody, didn't want to play with the children, didn't want to do anything. I went to the home. Angela greeted me, took me in, and as we went up the stairs, immediately I could sense that something was seriously wrong. You could hear the crackling and see the blue lights all around you. And in those blue lights, you could see faces of demons. But I knew they weren't demons. We had just been shown the anger that was in the ghost that had arrived. And I said to the ghost, "What is your problem?" And it said, "They are urinating on my grave." So I asked, "Is there a grave in the garden?" And they said, yes, there was a gravestone. And they moved the gravestone to the side of the shed. And I said, "Well, what have you put in its place?" And they explained it was urinals. Urinals they had bought and thought they'd use them as planters. And one of them was directly over the grave. Her son John had used that one as a toilet. So literally he was urinating on the grave. I said, "We must make amends immediately. You've decimated the poor man's grave." So immediately we went outside and they moved the gravestone back to where it belonged. They apologised to the man in spirit and said they're so sorry, and eventually things began to calm down and got back to normal. John's mood improved, and everybody had a happy ending. Please like and subscribe, or Twinkle here will come and get you. Well, there's a moral to the story, and that is always check before you move something when you move into a house. And hopefully you won't be on somebody's grave. Don't have nightmares. Bye for now.